What's going on, everyone? This is Sirian, and today I've got some pilot versus pilot on Crash Site. It's something a little bit different, but it is a game mode I actually really enjoy in Titanfall 2. It's just a shame that the playlist itself isn't populated, so if you want to play it, you have to play mixtape and hope the game picks that game type. I would say it's a really nice change from attrition. While I do love attrition, pilot versus pilot usually has a really hectic and fun pace. You're always getting into 1v1 gunfights, and at its best, it's a whole lot of people bouncing off walls trying to outgun each other. Reminds me pleasantly of Advanced Warfare at its peak. Once in a while, it can be a bit of a pain in the ass if the enemy team decides to play in a really campy fashion, but I think you can say that about just about any game type in these sorts of games. Anyway, that's enough of that about pilot versus pilot. What I actually wanted to talk to you about today was, ironically enough, Call of Duty. I'm sure basically everyone has noticed that I really haven't uploaded much of the new COD games at all, and I'm sure a lot of you, particularly those who don't follow me over on Twitch, will be wondering why. Unfortunately, the reason is as sad as it is simple. When it comes to both Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered on PC in Australia, it's simply not worth my time to even look for a game. And yes, I'll say it again, it is very sad to me, because unlike a lot of people, I actually did quite like Infinite Warfare. I think the best way to explain my dilemma would be to explain the normal process of a game of Infinite Warfare or MWR for me. Here's how it goes. I start up the game. I search for a game. After a variable length of time, sometimes not too long, sometimes a lot longer than I'd like, whatever, it varies, I get put into a lobby. At this point, it's up to the whims of the game as to whether or not that lobby is actually full. When it is full, things go just fine, and in spite of the sometimes inordinate waiting time, I see the same people over and over, but I can put up with that. It's nothing new to me, because that's just the nature of having a small community here in Australia. It's something I've dealt with in every game I've tried to play here pretty much ever. What I am not okay with, and what is absolutely not fine, is when the lobby is only half full, or when people leave mid-game, which happens quite often, and the game simply refuses to put new people in their place. Basically, so many of my games of IW and nearly every game of MWR that I ever played either started out as or ended up as a 3v3 or a 3v less than 3. And it would be like that, it would go to time limit, it would bore everyone out of their minds, and for some strange reason, the matchmaking just doesn't want to put people into games in progress. I don't know why the matchmaking in the last few COD games has been so bad. As far as I know, it's been bad since Advanced Warfare. I didn't play Ghosts, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it was bad in that game as well. So from that, we can assume that, or we can say that, the matchmaking in COD has been horrible in every COD since Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was the last COD that had matchmaking that was the slightest bit worth a damn or could actually do its job properly. So, like I said, I have no idea why it is like that, but that's the way it is. I have even talked to people on console, where the player base is a whole lot bigger, and they say they get the same issue, where people just don't join in progress into their games, especially if people leave mid-game. They'll have, half the enemy team will leave, or 5 people in the enemy team will leave, and it just won't put people in. It just won't. If they're in progress, they'll stay like that. When I was playing Infinite Warfare, basically, it would, if 3 people left right at the start of the game, let's say, actually, let's up that. If 5 people left right at the start of the game, you were lucky if by the end of the game, by the end of the 10 minutes, you were lucky if one more person had joined in progress on the enemy team. So, that's the way it is. Like I said, I don't know why, but that's how it is. And it doesn't seem to be anything to do with the population, really. But I'm sure that doesn't help. But, bottom line is that ain't fun to play, and it certainly ain't fun to watch. So, yeah. The other issue I have, and this was with IW in particular, though I'm sure it would have been a problem in MWR as well, is that with such a small number of lobbies available to me, a single cheater can basically ruin my prospect for games for that entire day. And that's what I'd found the last few times I tried to play IW. It's actually what got me to stop playing IW in the first place. I have seen cheaters get banned in IW. There is some form of anti-cheat, whether it's devs going through and manual banning or some form of algorithm shit. I don't know what it is, but I have seen cheaters get banned. But the fact that they get banned sometime after they cheat doesn't really help me on the day when I want to play and they're in my lobby ruining the game, making it so that I can't play, does it? So, like I said, it's very sad and a huge shame, but ultimately there is absolutely nothing I can do about it. If I lived in another part of the world, it would be a lot easier to get games, but until that's a reality, there really isn't anything to be done. So, instead, I have been playing Titanfall 2, which I find very fun and enjoyable, and thankfully, pretty much entirely cheater-free. It also has matchmaking that actually does its fucking job, and doesn't leave me in a game of 3v1 for 10 minutes, which is nice. So yeah, please believe me when I say I really would love to be playing both IW and MWR, and I'd love to be able to put out that sort of content for you guys here, but at the moment, it's really just not viable or realistic. It's very frustrating to me because, like I said, I do actually quite enjoy IW, unlike a lot of people, and I think it's actually quite a solid COD game when it comes to gameplay. But if there isn't enough population and the matchmaking sucks, the game just dies very quickly, and that's what we've seen with Infinite Warfare. And I think we have heard this story before. So, that's about all I have to say for this video. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been able to put out COD stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you've been enjoying the Titanfall 2 stuff I have been putting out. I will be putting out more Titanfall 2 stuff for the foreseeable future, but I have also been toying with a few ideas as far as COD is concerned. If anything happens with them, I'll let you guys know. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out, everyone, and I will see you guys next time. Laters. Really good. Pretty sure that's gotta be a console thing. Because on PC, they're doggy poop.
Double killer, pilot. That pilot doesn't stand a chance.
Thought I heard someone back there.
We got what we came for.
Alright. No, Rythan, I didn't get more than half. Whee! Oh god, that's a Kraber. Nope. $38 and 2. Okay. Oh god, fucking hell. Ugh, there's like 30 billion things being spammed at me. Please go away. Love this game better than COD IW. Game is fantastic. Bobo Machine, absolutely fantastic. Love it. Yeah, pilot versus pilot really is fun, Cat. It brings me back good memories of what do you call it? Advanced Warfare.